So but I guess it must be a guy thing. I like, there's this thing, it's not the whoopee cushion, but it's like this more of like a gelatin type material. You push it into a box type thing, and it sounds raw, wet, and gross.
Oh, disgusting.
So my mother, this is about 10 years ago, we used to go to Long Beach Island, that's the beach off of the Jersey Shore, and we used to go down there, and she has this big family dinner. Like we cooked this big seafood meal, and ever since the table, my mother likes to make like a toast. It's so nice to have the family together. So I have this box, and she goes, I'd like to make it in here, right? And my mother stops and looks around and says,
you
nothing.
have no shame.
No, she says nothing. And she goes, and she starts doing the presentation again, like, I like it in here. And she just listening, goes, Michael. I go, what? She goes, could you please excuse yourself from the table? So I'm like, of course, as I stand there, I go, right? And I sit back down. Everyone starts laughing because everyone knows it's me. That's what I do.
Yeah, you also bought a fart machine for our office.
Oh, that was
Which
great.
is still missing, I think, right?
Ron got so angry because I hit the fart machine on Ron's desk, and he was having a meeting, and I hit it. And everyone looks at Ron. He's like, what?
It was really funny in the beginning when we didn't know what it was.
It took him like 3 times.
I know, and then once he found it, he's like,
I know.
Yeah, he loved it.
yeah, he's overusing. You can't do that. All right, let's get into the meat of the show here, Christina.
Okay, you're listening to the Profit First podcast.
Episode 176.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, everyone, to the Profit First podcast. I'm your co-host, Christina Bolduc.
And I am Mike Mikalowicz, the host of the show, the author of Profit First.
Wait, what was the name of it again?
Profit First, the author of Profit First. I was almost a podcast. I tried to stop myself. I also wrote a new book that's coming out. I don't even know if it's available for pre-order yet, but go check on Amazon. It's called Clockwork. It's about business efficiency. That's right, it's called Clockwork. The emphasis I have is needed. I'm joined in studio by Kelsey Ayers.
Hey, everybody.
Who is maybe a fan favorite. We were talking about this a few days ago. She may be winning the fan favorite award.
No, I'm not winning the fan favorite.
No, seriously. I think
You're just very kind.
I'm in dead last. It's between you and Christina.
Yeah.
And you, my friends, you're listening to the Profit First podcast. This is a show where we explore every single element of profitability. Here's a question for you. Say you were running an online business, maybe one that maybe helped men who are trying to get the dating scene but were kind of introverted and nervous. Could you be profitable? Our guest says, hells to the yes. And she'll tell us exactly how she did it for her business. Back to you, Christina.
Thank you. Sorry. So,
She was diddling over there.
Stop the diddling.
You can find us on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, iTunes, any podcatcher, and of course, ProfitFirstPodcast.com. Kelsey, what have you been doing?
I haven't really been up to anything. I've been working a whole lot. I'm trying to save for a house, so I work every day.
Hey, you're working like an animal.
Yeah.
And you're working at a bar.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing a speech tonight.
Slinging drinks, guys.
You're a drink slinger.
Yeah.
Do you remember a game? This is another 70s reference. A game called Bar Tapper, or just called Tapper, a video game.
Oh, I think so.
You fill up the beer and you slide.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. No.
You got it. This reminds
You
me of
watched
you.
Wreck-It Ralph? He references it.
No, I didn't.
I think you can get it for your computer.
Okay, cool.
Tapper.
Yeah. That'll help me.
Yeah, you got to fill the drink, you throw it down, and then people like
That's what I do all day
It's
long.
good training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now it just crashes into them and spills all over the place.
Right.
So
Well,
I need
that's
to
what happens in the game. If
Yeah.
you don't catch it, it crashes. So you gotta be very careful. What have you been?
So I kind of took the plunge into a more social media stance, and I've created a fitness Instagram for myself to help with accountability because I've been slacking. So I've been on it for about a month. I've got like 70 followers so far, but it's actually it's working because I noticed like if I post something on there, like it forces me to do it because I'm like, wow, I'm actually putting this out there. There are people who have no clue who I am that are like, oh, she's doing it. So it's been good. It's been very motivational.
Awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I had the workout we had here at the office yesterday.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Ryan was like a big naysayer. Like, that's so stupid. And then he got into it.
I like that he liked it. Yeah.
I like that he liked it. And I like that he says, I was a big naysayer about it and I liked it. Like, like he realizes when he was negative about something, like he's like, oh no, you know what? I was wrong.
He's coming out of his shell.
He really was having a mantrum on
Oh,
Monday,
it was like
or
an hour
Tuesday,
of a true mantrum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was stamping his feet and stuff.
Yeah.
Bitching moaning about me.
No.
Just in general.
Having to do things that he didn't want to do.
Yeah, and then he loves it. Yeah. I get it. But you know, God bless him because he's like, yeah, you know what? That was awesome. Now he wants to do it again. The first exercise he has to do were like football exercises.
Oh, that's what I'm sore from, man. My upper legs.
Unbelievable. He has squatting and running around the office. And I have this injured, my foot still hurts, so I can't do that. So Ben, our intern, was filming.
I saw that you were just hopping.
You see everyone like running by, like really tough, and you see me like flower boy behind everyone throwing flowers in the air.
We have that up on Instagram.
Oh, it's on Instagram?
Got it. Profit First Pro.
Everyone's like, who's the sissy there? Oh, it's Mike. It's Mike.
Oh, so funny. So a quick community shout out to Trent Conway. He said, I won't take much of your time, but I need to recommit. I've been doing great with Profit First for about 2.5 months, but the last week or so I've gotten extra busy and I don't want to lose focus on this. I'm sticking to it 100%, believe in the system, but I realized that it would be easy to let the system slip away and just wing it again.
All right,
So
Trent.
hang in there, dude.
Well, yeah, dude. Now
We're your accountability partners.
Yeah, I mean, it's on air. Like, this is forever, dude. Forever. So, Trent, congratulations. Stick with it, man. Drive that profitability. There's no turning back because, it's on air now. And, hey, you, listener, if you want to give us a little shout out about what you're doing with profitability, you can email us. It's mike@mikemikalowicz.com. Or you can call us. That's what we prefer. Call 844-876-7221 and just record your message, your commitment to profitability. We want to hear it and we'll play it on the air. Our corporate partners, right? So thank you to Nextiva and Receipt Bank for all you do. We'll talk about more about those folks in just a little bit. Oh, and also, one last shout out to American Express Turning Points.
Yeah.
I know we can take it off my little thing here, but do you know that one? Did I tell you it won the Oscars?
Yeah, and the Grammys.
Oh, you heard?
And the Tonys.
And
the Country Music Awards.
And some international awards.
Oh, yeah,
now.
that Vietnamese one.
The Vietnamese Podcast of the Year award.
That's just astonishing.
And now supposedly we're up for an award in North Korea. Now that's unbelievable.
What?
That is truly
unbelievable.
That is groundbreaking.
Truly.
I think it may bridge all the conflict that's occurring.
Well, thank God for that.
The American Express Turning Points podcast. I feel like a hero, and I don't mean
You
to be.
are the most famous man in the world.
I am the most caring person in the world. And I don't say that lightly. I really mean it. No. So American Express has a show called Turning Points, and if you haven't heard it yet, I'm the host. If you haven't figured it out. And that's why it's won so many awards, in my opinion. Check it out. Download it. There's a 6-episode series, which is cool. It is actually a lot of fun. It's kind of cool.
It is cool.
And I gotta be honest, we didn't win all those awards. No. We won most of them.
Just the North Korea one.
Yeah, that's made up. I made that one up. The rest is all legit. Her name is Sarah Jones. I love doing that. I love doing that. The awkward pause. That was intentional, I swear to God. You thought I missed my mark. It was intentional. Her name is Sarah Jones.
Hey.
No, I'm not done. I got still reading. You, Sarah.
Stop giving awkward pauses.
Sarah.
Nobody knows what to do.
Here, Sarah, do it one more time. Don't say hey. Her name is Sarah Jones. She is the founder of Introverted Alpha, the premier dating coaching company for introverted men. She has been featured in Business Insider, Forbes, Entrepreneur, and many more magazines. And she also has a 22-page ebook for free, which is, we'll put that in the show notes, but it's introvertedalpha.com/ebook. So if you consider yourself an introverted alpha, there's a site for you. A couple things. She grew her business to $600,000 in annual revenue in just 3 years.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable. That's an online business. AKA, that's a profitable business. She's willing to share how she did it. She's a devoted team of 7 folks working with her, and she loves working with them. And one other thing that you don't know about her is she loves dancing, partner dancing specifically. And maybe we can have her dance on the show if you want.
Yeah.
All right. Sarah, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Mike. Happy to be here. And before we go, I want to correct the numbers. Just the numbers. It's been $690K lifetime in the last 3 years and $330K in the last rolling 12 months.
Oh, so,
wow.
Okay, so it's annualized revenue. Gotcha. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, but you started off at zero in revenue.
$0 and 0 cents. That was the beginning.
So first, let's define your business for our audience. What do you do exactly?
So I help guys that have been really focused on their career and they just haven't been focusing on dating. They just figured it would just happen one day, and they might be a little more reserved by nature. And all of a sudden they're in their mid-20s or mid-30s or mid-40s, and they're like, what do I even do? Like, how do I date? Because they just don't want to be creepy and they don't want to be pushy, and they see a lot of that out there, and they don't want to be that guy because they have integrity because they're such good men. So I help them understand what is uniquely attractive about them as an individual and bring that out in a way that connects with women and makes them feel like a badass.
So, interestingly, 2 weeks ago, by chance, we had Roger Dooley on, and we were talking about the dating scene a little bit. He was talking about the smiles. Remember that? He said, actually, guys who don't smile will actually do better in the dating scene.
In the picture.
Like
yeah. I mean, do you teach tips like that, or do you hit these guys, slap these guys in the face and say, wake up? Don't be an introvert. Like, how do you actually...
I'm pretty sure that's not what she said.
That's not it. Yes. Stop hating yourself.
You're wrong.
Is that how you do it? Do you just scream at them, or how do you do it?
That's it. It's just screaming 24/7. It works really well. I actually learned early on before I even started Introverted Alpha that because I was doing dating coaching before then, and I learned that gentle and pleasant actually is the most effective for them. It actually works really well, which is wonderful because that's how I like to be. I mean, that makes me happy. Thank goodness it works better than anything else, and it's better for them. It's just really a fun process. So as far as the smiling in the dating picture, it's really interesting. So women looking at the camera and smiling is more attractive than really any other way that a woman can be in a picture. But for men, it's more attractive if they're not smiling and they're sort of maybe even looking off camera, like they're focused on something else, or they're like on a mission kind of thing. It's because for men, they love to see that a woman is receptive and open to them. For a woman, they love to see that a man has like a strong sense of himself, confidence, purpose, like outside of her. So that's just one tiny tip. Yeah.
Who knew? Sarah knew.
I know.
But Sarah, so I'm wondering the translation into business here. If you're a male, say author, and when you're selling to consumers, is it better? Do you think this translates also to the consumer market? That maybe I shouldn't be smiling with these big smiles. Maybe it should be more of a...
No, you be just how you are. I love how you are, Mike, first of all. Second of all, it's not the same. Because with online dating, it's about attraction and sexual attraction between two people. Whereas business, it's just different. So actually, if you're smiling, because you're smiling, like that helps you be more approachable, whether you're a man or a woman in business.
Boom. Okay. So it's funny. We did a split test on my site a while ago. So I found out that the majority of my readers are actually female, which is a little bit atypical in this space. So then we ran tests, and there was a test of me holding... I told you all about this. I was holding my book, and they photoshopped out my wedding ring. Yeah. This is... You don't have to roll your eyes. Cuz like disgusting.
Well, let him finish.
Yeah, let him finish, cuz you jumped down my throat.
Continue.
Fucking diddled. So Sarah, they photoshopped out my photo ring and say that may be more attractive to get more readers, more signups. Interestingly, and Sarah, but you know the answer. What do you think got more signups from female readers, with a ring or without a ring?
I would think with.
You know your shit. That's exactly right. With the ring. I was shocked.
Yeah, because like, look, he's stable, he's reliable, he's a good man. Another woman shows him,
Yes.
Like social
he's not creepy.
kind of. Yeah, exactly. He's not going to be hitting on us. He's married.
He looks like a pervert, but he's not that much of a pervert.
But the ring makes us relax.
Yeah, so that was a huge insight for me. I want to gain the insights from growing your business. So I understand what you do. The question is how you make money doing it. Now, I know you're an advocate for multiple revenue streams. Could you tell me the revenue streams you have and how you add new ones?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. I actually only had one for a long time until extremely recently. Now I have 13. Well,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot. And here's how it works. So I was really focused on making sure that every time that somebody paid me money, they were going to get the result that they paid me money to get. And that sounds reasonable enough, but sometimes I feel like in the online business space, when people are selling things that can help other people, sometimes it's like, okay, here's the information, now it's up to you to use it. And the thing with my guys is that there's so much dating advice out there that's how it's often packaged, just like, here's the info, go use it. And if they pay money for that, and then they end up trying to use it, and they can't make themselves do it, because remember, they're already really reserved by nature, so they can't do it, then now they're worse off than when they were. They feel shameful about having spent the money and not being able to make anything out of it. So I did not want to be adding to that problem, because I really do care about them and I want their life to be better. So if that package isn't going to work for them, then I didn't want to sell it. And that was pretty monumental, because that's how most everybody makes money. It's like a really big rite of passage to go from service-based to product-based. It's a huge rite of passage that I actually made, because when I started, I was doing one-on-one coaching only, because that's all I really knew how to do. I hadn't made a system yet. I was making my system through the process of coaching. And I did that for a year or so prior to Introverted Alpha. And in the first year of the business, that's what I was doing. And then I transitioned into information with a light optional support component, not knowing this thing yet that I just told you guys about how they just have the info. It's not really going to work for them. I just thought, well, hey, if they have all the info laid out, that's going to be great. So I sold that for about 9 months, and it sold well and worked well. And it was the same price as coaching, but now it didn't have any delivery cost of my time. So that's like the dream, right? But then I was looking at the sales, the numbers, and it was this moment I'd always dreamed of, where I'm seeing these numbers, I'm seeing this number of clients who bought this, that I should be so happy. But in fact, I felt really bad, because I didn't even know who these guys were. And I knew that most of them probably were not using it and feeling worse than they did before they got it. And I just couldn't stand for that. It just made my stomach turn, makes my stomach turn right now, just like talking about it. So I was like, okay, I can't do that anymore. But I also don't want to go back to coaching myself, because I'm still wanting to make progress. And that's absolutely not how I'm going to grow eventually, one day multi-million-dollar business. That's not how that's going to happen. So I hired coaches. I hired one and then another to help me run a group program. So I was still very involved, but I was training this coach and then eventually another coach to help me run this group program. And the idea was we would transition into just the two of them running it without me. And we did that for about a year, about nine to 10 months into early this year. And then we switched into actually just one-on-one coaching, because we kept paying attention that on the sales calls, they would say the two biggest complaints were, I don't really want to do this in a group. It's too personal. I would feel uneasy about that. Number two, these times don't work for me. You have these group calls and I can't make one or both of the calls. And we'd be like, oh, you can listen to the recording. Oh, you guys are all in this together, whatever. But it's like, why are we doing that? Why not just give them what they want? They want to have one-on-one calls that they schedule around their convenience and our coach's convenience. Perfect. So we switched into that early this year, where they're doing one-on-one coaching with my coaches, not with me. It's been very exciting. And so then we also raised the price this summer from $5,000 to $7,000. But then it kind of, again, a whole nother thing, because I was getting emails from guys that's like, I love what you do. I wish so much that I could join. I will, save up for one day, 5 years from now, when I can afford.
You finally have a date 5 years from now.
And so then I was feeling bad, oh no, now I've just kind of painted myself into a corner where only guys that were money is literally not an issue can afford the program, which at this point, just the success rate is just extreme. It's so good. It works so well. So I started brainstorming with my team, how can we help more guys? And the beauty of what happened was it ended up supporting the business too, because now we have multiple streams, and it all just exploded into this colorful, beautiful explosion literally in the past 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm really glad we're recording this right now, because this has just happened. So what it is we now have 3 different ways for them to work with us. So we kept the one at 7K, which is 12 weeks and 12 coaching calls and those 12 modules of material. We kept that. But then we have underneath it bi-weekly calls for $5,400, or just monthly calls for $3,800. Much more affordable, and $3,800 is around the range of what we started with in terms of our pricing in the beginning. It's always comfortable for guys to be able to do that. Not always, but enough for it to be working well. So we have those 3 pricing structures, and the reason why it's multiplied is because now we used to just have the dating program only, where it's learn what is sexually attractive about you and feel really good in your own skin, present really well, make sure that you're, looking just as good as you feel and feel really good. All that stuff is the first month. Then meet and connect with great women, and then get numbers and go on dates. Well, what I realized was that actually they needed a whole lot more than that. Rather than that being the whole picture, is actually a tiny part of the picture. And I've been working on an advanced program that had 3 main sections, and I ended up splitting it out into 3 entirely different programs, the exact same size as the original program, into 4 different tracks. So track 1 is become a benevolent badass, which is a phrase that I've always used and that we all love, and it's just confidence building, and I'm actually launching that right now. And then track 2 is the dating one, where you learn how to get dates with great women. And then track 3 is dating and playing, more about being a great lover and managing multiple women that you're seeing at the same time, or choosing a partner.
Jeez. Yeah. Very benevolent.
And then the 4th one is about building a really great relationship and things to think about before and during that process. So this is a really, really exciting time. So they can do any of the pricing options with any of the 4 tracks. They can continue on and do all 4 tracks or any combination that they want. And we also have an option for a custom track. Once somebody's done a normal one with us, we can make a custom one for them.
I want to know, how do you sell this to someone who, you mentioned that it's very personal, or maybe there's some embarrassment associated with it. How do you sell a product or a service to someone where it is, they have to face kind of an embarrassment or a challenge like this? I assume it's different than a standard sale.
Yeah, such a great question. I've been thinking about this a lot, I guess this entire time I've had the business, but I'm always learning new things. And one thing I've been really keen on from the beginning is to make sure that I am respectful to them as they are right now. and that I'm also calling to their vision for their own selves and helping them expand what they could be, both at the same time. So that's something that I've always been present to and enjoy doing. And so that's how we relate to them. And then recently, it's so interesting how personal development is so tied in with business development, because the more I grow, the better I'm able to be for them, the better I'm able to write for them and all of that. And I realized about a month ago that in my sales emails, this is just really yuck. I'm still getting used to it, like this concept, but very proud to be moving past it. What I was doing was kind of coddling them. Like, oh, it's okay. You can do it. Come on. Don't you want to change this? I know you can do it. Come on, have some courage. And it wasn't, I see it now as like standing on opposite sides of a fence, and the fence is them joining the program. I was coming over onto their side of the fence and trying to help them over the fence, which is disrespectful to both of us. What I'm doing now is I'm on my side, they're on their side, and I'm just speaking very clearly, very openly. I'm not even using any like sales techniques or anything. I'm just talking with them and showing them what this is, and rather than talking about avoiding the pain, which is what I had been doing before, avoiding the pain and stopping the pain, I'm talking about the future, the possibilities, what they can be, and it's way more fun for me to write. Oh my God, so much more fun. And they're connecting with it, and we've been getting all these applications because we're in the middle of the launch right now, so they apply to talk to us, and we've been getting just the best applications. These guys are just so good, so calm, so detailed with their answers, such a good vibe, because that's how I'm talking to them now. So anyway, that's how I do it with such a sensitive topic, and I'm always learning and getting better at it.
There's an incredible Black Friday deal on Stitcher Premium going on that you will not want to miss. Get 50% off your first payment for a limited time when you go to StitcherPremium.com/Black Friday and use promo code Black Friday. That's $17.50 for an entire year of Stitcher Premium. With Stitcher Premium, you can get access to exclusive originals, bonus episodes of your favorite podcasts, ad-free archives, and hundreds of stand-up comedy albums. Just go to StitcherPremium.com/Black Friday and use promo code Black Friday for 50% off your first payment.
This is the Bigger Pockets Podcast, show 254. It's not how you do things, it's what you do. So, in other words, if effectiveness is doing the right things and efficiency is doing things right, it's far more important to choose the right things.
You're listening to Bigger Pockets Radio, simplifying real estate for investors large and small. If you're here looking to learn about real estate investing without all the hype, you're in the right place. Stay tuned and be sure to join the millions of others who have benefited from BiggerPockets.com, your home for real estate investing online.
What's going on, everybody? This is Josh Dorkin, host of the Bigger Pockets Podcast, here with my co-host, Mr. Brandon Turner. What's up, man?
Hey, man, that was a good show. We just got done recording it, so everybody else is about to listen to it.
We did.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, epic, definitely. And it's not just because our guest is super awesome and amazing. It was the content of today's show was mind-blowing. Definitely one of my favorite shows that we've ever done. Yeah, so fantastic. Really, really quite good, man. How have you been? Everything good?
Things are good. Yeah, we've been talking about all year long now. I've been telling everybody I want to buy a mobile home park because I thought that'd be fun to try. I also have this big 1031 exchange going on where I had 45 days to find a property.
Yeah. Hey, so anyway, back to the show.
2 birds. Hold on. Nope. I got to brag about this. 2 birds, 1 stone. Last week.
Did you get it done like just in the nick of time?
4 hours before the deadline ended for my 45 days. I got it done 4 hours before. Signed a contract on a 49-unit mobile home park and a 24-unit apartment complex. So yeah, that's my big thing. Pat myself on the back right now. Now I got to actually close on them, so now the fun part begins. And then manage them from afar, but whatever. Anyway, what about you? What you been up to?
Oh, man, chilling.
You're in LA.
I got to take my daughter to Disney on her birthday, which was unbelievable. I love it there. Big fan of Disney.
Me too.
And I was at a conference, this summit conference, just this ideas festival, this thought conference. And actually today's guest was there as well on stage. Yeah, man, my mind was blown from this conference. Just got to hear from some of the best and brightest in all aspects of society and business, entrepreneurship, parenting, psychology, astronomy. It was nuts. My head is still reeling and further reeling as a result of our interview. So I really want to get into this. So let's kind of speed it up and get to today's quick tip.
All right. So today's quick tip is something a lot of people know. We have books that are on Bigger Pocket that you can buy. They're also on Amazon. But specifically, I want to talk about the Bigger Pockets books that you buy on the site today. And here's why. There's 8 of them, like the book on rental property investing, Set for Life, Finding and Funding Deals, and so many good books out there. Flipping, estimating, all that good stuff. So if you guys go to biggerpockets.com/store, you can see all the books. And the reason I bring it up today is because if you're listening to the show the day it comes out, or the day after that it comes out, we're actually having a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, 25% off all your books if you buy them on Bigger Pockets. So check it out, biggerpockets.com/store. And the fact that it's Black Friday actually means that today, when this show comes out, at least we're recording this a few weeks early, but today's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, Josh.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Brandon. I am thankful for the show. I'm thankful for you, man. Despite you.
Well, I'm thankful for the show, and I'm super thankful that you are thankful for me. I'm really thankful you're thankful for me. It's really good.
All those reviews that we get where people are like, Brandon, you got to be nicer.
I know.
You wonder why.
I don't know why. I'm really nice to you, Josh. I am forever indebted and thankful to you. You are solely responsible. Okay, not solely, but you are largely responsible for all of my real estate and other just success in life. So thank you.
Thank you.
You're a good man. It's not true what they say about you.
Oh, don't use my line on me, man. Don't use my line on me. All right, today's show is brought to you by...
Property owners, you know your property is worth protecting, but the hassle of getting security can hold you back. Well, not anymore. Simply Safe Home Security is around-the-clock protection that makes everything easy. Anyone can set it up in under an hour. Taking it down takes just minutes. Move it from property to property as much as you want, and just $14.99 a month for 24/7 alarm monitoring. That's pennies compared to the other guys. There are no long-term contracts or obligations. You're never locked in. If you're done with the project, cancel and then start it up again anytime you want. And get 10% off by going to simplysafepockets.com. That's simplysafe, S-I-M-P-L-I, safepockets.com.
This is show 254 of the Bigger Pockets podcast, and we've got an extra special guest for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Today's guest is a man named Tim Ferriss. I don't know if you've heard of him. If you have not heard of Tim Ferriss, I urge you to go and read all his... Well, let me introduce him. Tim Ferriss has been called a cross between Jack Welch and a Buddhist monk by the New York Times. It's Welch, not Welsh. He's one of Fast Company's most innovative business people, and an early stage tech investor / advisor in Uber, Facebook, Twitter, Shopify, Duolingo, Alibaba, and 50 other companies.
I'm 50.
50 years old.
50 years old. Sally O'Malley.
Sally O'Malley. Did you know that I was on a Sally O'Malley sketch?
No, I did not know you were on a Sally. That's
shocking. Let's get back to the introduction. He is also the author of 4 #1 New York Times and Wall Street Journal bestsellers.
Soon to be 5.
Soon to be 5. The 4-Hour Work Week.
Amazing
The
book.
4-Hour Body.
Amazing book.
The 4-Hour Chef.
Amazing book.
And Tools of Titans.
Amazing book. And his new book, Tribe of Mentors, which comes out, I think, today or yesterday or this week.
Yeah, Tribe of Mentors, and you can hear all about the book and the show. The book sounds amazing. I have not read it because it has not yet come out, nor has Brandon, but very excited about it. The Observer and other media have named him the Oprah of audio due to the influence of his podcast, The Tim Ferriss Show, which has exceeded 200 million downloads and has been selected for Best of iTunes.
How many are we at?
We're getting close to 50. We're getting close to 50.
He's a big deal.
He's like 4 times bigger than I combined.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a big man.
He's a big man. If you listen to like one show ever, Bigger Pockets is a good show. If you listen to 2 shows ever, listen to the Tim Ferriss podcast.
Did you just steal his line on books?
Did I?
If you read one book.
He did say that.
Read that book.
Yeah, that's true. He did say that. But no, seriously, his podcast is fantastic. Every episode I've listened to has been fantastic. Anyway, let's bring him in. I want to talk to Tim.
Yeah, so, all right, Tim, welcome to the show, man. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. I've been for 4 years now. I've been in the show, and since like episode #1, I'm like, man, someday I gotta get Tim Ferriss. But I just wasn't cool enough, so I had to work through 250 episodes, to
You're still not cool enough.
I'm still not cool enough, but I'm still working there. So in the process, we made a lot of mutual friends. I know guys like Noah Kagan and Ryan Holiday.
Yep.
So kind of we
triangulated.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. And here we are. No, I'm stoked to be on. I'll tell you guys a short story, which was I ended up last year or maybe 18 months ago speaking at Google at headquarters, and the person who was guiding me through the process, my handler,
Jordan Thibodeau.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Mentioned you guys and is one of the biggest fans imaginable and really honed